Hello everyone, I just want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, August the 9th, and it's around 8:30 in the morning. And today I'm just going to be doing a documentation video concerning some things that have been happening recently concerning me. And as usual, I am outside and I'm recording. The wind is pretty strong this morning, so you may hear a lot of wind. So I have the volume turned up pretty high, so hopefully you can still hear me over the wind. But it's a beautiful day, and I'm excited to get my day started. Okay, so there's quite a few things I want to cover in this video, so I'm hoping that it won't be too long. I'll try and be straight to the point, but these are things that I definitely need to document. The first thing I'm going to speak about is water, and I spoke about this before in a previous video, and I said I was going to do just a video dedicated strictly to like what's been going on with me concerning water, because there's a lot of history there. But let this serve as also a warning to you that I believe that they're giving people bad water. And I'm not speaking of just, I can speak for myself, that I am definitely not getting clean water. There was an incident the other day where I went to the library. The first day I went to the library, I got some water straight out the water fountain. The water tasted really good, like really clean. The next day when I went to get some and fill my water bottle, it was unbelievably different. Like the difference in the taste of the water was like night and day. And I drank some of the water and the rest I poured out. But they are tampering with the water, most definitely. And I can even say that from even buying it in the stores. I'm not a person that buys water. I've always lived in places where the water was clean, the water was good. I don't even think I've ever even had a tap, like one of those filters on my faucet, because everywhere I've lived, I've never had any issues with water until the past few years. So even in buying water, and that's why I started buying water even out the store. And I've purchased water out the store that didn't taste right. I even purchased pH balance strips and began to test the water straight out of the bottle, and it wasn't testing properly. So I am issuing this as a warning. Please, please, please be careful concerning the water that you're drinking, the water that you're purchasing. Don't assume that because it's coming out of the store and you're spending money on it, that it's good water. I challenge you to buy your own pH strips and test it and make sure, because I'm telling you, there's something going on with the water. I know specifically as it pertains to me. And one of the things I wanted to hint at is like in using these public restrooms, and going to the restroom, I notice how sometimes if someone flushes the toilet, it interferes with the water in the sink, and that should not happen. I honestly believe that I hate to say this, but they're giving people toilet water. I know that sounds crazy, but pay attention. When you go to the bathroom, if you're washing your hands and someone else is in a stall, if the toilet flushes, see if the pressure in the sink, or if there's any change in the water in the sink, because there should not be. There should not be. But I believe that they are somehow giving people toilet water, whether it be through the water fountain or what. I don't know how they're doing it. But that was the revelation I got the other day about the water. So again, take precaution. Don't assume that because you're buying it out of the store it's clean, because there is something going on. And I can say that my health has been affected. I even noticed like my hair feeling different, and I even stopped washing my hair with water. I even started buying water to wash my hair. I mean, it's that serious for me, and this has been going on for a few years. So just be mindful of that. So that's the first thing I wanted to speak about. Another thing that's happened to me recently, another issue is okay, my food stamps got shut off. Okay, so my food stamps, I had completely renewed my food stamps, and my renewal was in May. I turned everything in April, like a month ahead of time. And in the meantime, the deposit for May was issued, but I lost my card at the end of May, and so I had to call and get a new card. And I was without a card for a minute because I didn't receive the initial card, didn't have a way to go get it, and so I had to wait. I had to cancel that card and order another card. So I was without a card for almost a month or so. And it was right about time for another deposit to be made, and I hadn't even used all the money that was previously on the card from May. And so when June deposit didn't hit, I called to find out what happened, and they said that they didn't see that there was a deposit supposed to be credited for June or July. So then I called customer service, and they stated that they canceled my food stamps because I didn't do an interview. Well, let me tell you something. I took the time to get that stuff in a month ahead of time. Now, there's no way, if I had been told that an interview was necessary, having turned everything in a month ahead of time because I knew I couldn't afford for my food stamps to be cut, that I would have done the interview. But furthermore, no one reached out to me to do an interview. And so, and that was never stated to me. When I finished my paperwork, I got notification that there had been no change in all of my circumstances. I got a notification that everything was fine. That was it. No one said anything about having to do an interview. Now, I've been without my food stamps since, well, I haven't had any deposit. Literally, that money that I had left over, I think I had $170 left over from May when I finally got my card, like middle to late June. And that went pretty quickly. And so I've been without food stamps, the ability to eat. Of course, I'm looking for a job that has materialized. It's just been consistent issues. And I really do believe they did that on purpose. Just being completely honest about it. But I have reapplied. Even that, I qualify for expedited services because I'm homeless. And you're supposed to get them within 7 days. I completed the application, completed everything, did the interview, and when I did the interview, the woman said I should have everything on my food stamps within 7 days, because that's what that's the amount of time you're supposed to get them if you qualify for expedited services, which I do. So that 7 days would have been up on August the 2nd. There's still no food stamps on my card. It's just ridiculous what the hoops that I'm having to jump through. If I didn't need the food stamps, I certainly wouldn't be on them. If I had a job, didn't need them, I don't want to be on them. But guess what? That's the situation that I'm in right now. And these people are on purpose doing this, trying to hinder me. I'm not a person that's trying to take advantage of the system. I've never had to be on food stamps until all this stuff started happening in my life. Never been on food stamps before until all this stuff happened. So I'm not a person that's dependent on the government or looking for the government to take care of me. If I had a job, I wouldn't even be concerned with it. But that too, I'm having difficulty with. It's a job, literally. Although everyone around here says that they're hiring, no one's hiring me. Okay, so let me just be plain about it. Everywhere I go, everybody says they're hiring, but no one's hiring me. I'm applying for jobs consistently online, even looking at work at home opportunities. I've applied for so many jobs, it's ridiculous. But nothing still has materialized, so I'm still in this situation. And again, I believe it's all because of what's going on in my life. This craziness that's going on. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is, as crazy as this sound, is the date and the time. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I believe that they are altering the date and the time. And I actually have proof of this. I had 3 incidents. This, I believe, started when I was in Georgia, and I was believing that the time was off by 2 to 3 hours, as well as the day, by a day or two. And recently, there's just been, I don't have time to go into all the details, but I know that they are altering and tampering with the date and the time, and even so much as to go as the night before last, so Sunday night, was way, I mean, it just seemed like it was way too long. Something just wasn't right. I believe that they are tampering with the date and the time for some reason. And I also believe that they are trying to make it look like I'm somewhere that I'm not. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. The wind blew my camera over, but I believe that they are doing this to try and make it look like I am somewhere that I'm not. I don't understand this. I don't understand why you would be tampering with the date and the time. And I just got I don't want to make this a long video, so I'm not going to go into the details, but I do actually have proof of 3 different times, one in Georgia, twice here, where I absolutely have proof that the time and the date will be altered. That something just wasn't right. I don't know why they would be doing that, except I do believe they're trying to make it look as though I am somewhere that I'm not. So, and having said that, I think they're trying to make it look like I'm at some type of senior citizen place. There are just a ton of old people and disabled people constantly around me. Like, these old people do not leave me alone. It's to the point that I'm extremely irritated and aggravated by it. Now, this started just like several months ago, actually, when I was riding the bus. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, all these old people are riding the bus. Like, I know Florida is a place where people retire, but I'd been here over a year and hadn't seen that many old people. And it's like out of nowhere, all of these old people just coming out of nowhere. I mean, they're constantly jumping in front of me. I mean, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? I have never, it's making me paranoid. Like, what is wrong with you people? What is this about? And then they have all these disabled people out here as well. I'm like, what is going on? This is absolutely ridiculous. It feels like harassment. I don't understand it. But anyway, I think they are trying to make it look like, I told you, I think they've got all kinds of lies they're gonna put out there about me. And the last time I told you how I think that they have someone out there that I'm disabled. I am not disabled. I have never been disabled, be it physically, be it mentally. There is absolutely nothing wrong with me. I don't know why they would put out something like that, but these people are liars, and they're trying to cover their lies. I don't know what this is about, but you are hearing it from my mouth. I am not disabled. I do not have a disability. My only disability is all these lies that's being told, and the things that they're doing to me to hinder me, like putting shit in my food to make me sick, like poisoning me, illegal things. Okay, let's make it plain. And that has affected my health. But that's because it's they're doing it. Okay, but outside of that, I do not have a disability. I have never had a disability, be it mental, be it physical, or any other disability. I don't have one. And as far as these old people, I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm not hanging out with these old people. I've never even been around old people like this. Okay? I'm not in a senior citizen home. I'm not even old enough to be in a senior citizen home. Okay? I'm not even near retirement age. So it makes no sense. And no, I am not interested in old people. So if they're putting something perverted out there like that, Absolutely not. That is disgusting. I want nothing to do with it, and wouldn't anyway. So I just needed to say that because that's going on too. Okay, so the next things I'm going to talk about have been since I made the little shift. I know we're already at 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep this short, but I want to put all this in one video, so it's going to go a little longer. Okay, so since I made this shift, I told you I had to get out of there because I felt like they were trying to set me up. And there's still stuff going on here where I'm at, but I'm dealing with it. Okay, so there's been a couple of things that have happened. Okay, so I believe it was Saturday night. Saturday night I was sitting here where I'm filming. I was over here, and there was an encounter that I had with, it was a woman and a man. The woman was Hispanic or Puerto Rican. She was of some type of Hispanic descent, because she had an accent, a strong accent. The man, I believe, was a white man. However, he could have been a white Hispanic. I don't know, but he appeared to be white, and she was like jumping all in front of my bag, and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I don't know what kind of game these people are playing. They're playing some kind of game, and honestly, I'm not playing the game. I'm not interested in playing your game. So she's jumping. She's a little ways away from my bag, but she's still jumping like right in front of my bag. I'm like, what are you doing? Why? And I tell her to stay away from my things. Stay away from me. And from there, a little verbal altercation started. And the gentleman, I shouldn't call him a gentleman at all, then he jumps into it. She accuses me, what did she tell me? She accuses me basically of not being a good Christian, that I needed to read my Bible because I need to read 1 Corinthians 13 because God is love and God isn't angry. And I'm like, well, you clearly don't read your Bible, because God does get angry. God gets angry with sin. God gets angry when people are disobedient. There are many instances in the Bible where God got angry. So while you're telling me I need to read my Bible, you need to read yours. So that was the little altercation, verbal altercation. He jumps in it. I mean, I'm sure there was some derogatory. I was cursing, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, stay the fuck away from me. I don't want you to hear me. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Stay away from my things. I don't want anything to do with you. And the gentleman chimed in, the man chimed in, and I believe he was a white man, but he could have been a white Hispanic. I really don't know. I know that she was Hispanic or of Latino descent because she had an accent. He appeared to be a white man. And y'all, this man actually spit on me. He actually spit on me. Now, I don't know these people. I don't know anybody here. I don't know anybody in this area. And outside of these crazy antics that are going on around me, this game they're playing, I'm not participating. But this man literally spit on me. And I was just like, get away from me. I'm so glad I did not retaliate. I did approach the woman at one point, but I wasn't going to hit her. She was like, I had no intentions of hitting her. I just get away from me. But this man spit on me. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculousness. I stayed calm, thankfully. And they left. But yeah. And had the nerve to call me a bitch. Now, is that not a bitch move? What man spits on a woman? Right? Okay, but he spit on me. Okay. And then the next day, I think Sunday, I went down to a different location and was just sitting in, it was like a cathedral, I don't know, like a coliseum or something like that, but it looks like a park. So I just put my blanket out, was chilling, There's a bus stop right in front of me in the main strip, and people are walking down, up and down the strip, women, children, and this homeless woman. I look up, and all I see is her ass. So she's literally like pissing in front of me. She was a few feet away from me because I was a little distance away from the bus stop. But I look up and all I see is her ass in the air. And I'm like, I was disgusted by it. I do understand if you're homeless that I'm homeless and I've resorted to squatting because I don't trust to get in these bathrooms. But I'm doing it discreetly. I'm, trying to find a bush or something to go behind. I'm not doing it out in the public, in the open, where everybody can see me. And so when I looked up, all I saw was her ass, literally. And I was so disgusted by it. In fact, when I looked up, I thought she was a man. And I was wondering, why would a man be squatting? But I really thought she was a man. And I thought maybe he was taking a dump. And I was grossed out by it. She didn't have I immediately covered my eyes and just leaned over into my bag until she was finished. And it was then that I realized when she got up that she was a female, that she wasn't a male. And I just thought how trifling and how even worse for a woman, even in a homeless situation, to do that in public with people just walking up and down the street. Literally, people walking up and down the street. You on a main strip, a busy strip. And to do that, it really just made me, like just irritated me. Now, I do understand when you have to take a piss outside or whatever. But my gosh, go behind a bush or something. Do it discreetly. You don't do it like just out in the open where everybody can see you. And the fact that this was a woman that did it made it even worse. So anyway, so that happened. One of those same nights, okay, back with the fleas, y'all. They released the fleas over on Coral, when I was over on Coral Way. So one night I was sitting in this area right where I'm filming. This is it's a park, and it's actually it's a park, and it's like a dog park as well. So people are walking their dogs and whatnot. It started raining and I left. After it stopped raining, I came back. When I came back, there were two people still here that were here when I left. There was a couple, and then there were some people seated further down. Neither one of them left when it started raining, and they were still here when I came back. And when I came back, I sat down, I noticed all these bugs, all these fleas. They were literally fleas, and they were all around these lights. And I've been out here enough to know that there were no bugs, no fleas, no nothing surrounding those lights at night. I've been out here long enough to know that. And yet, all these fleas out of nowhere. Same as over on Coral Way. And I honestly believe that one of those, if not both of them, released those fleas. There was none before I left. But when I came back, just fleas everywhere. Literally, like somebody came and released all these fleas. And I'm pretty sure they're fleas. But once again, just the craziness. The craziness, y'all. And I guess the final thing I'm going to document is about my phone, which my phone isn't on right now. Neither of them is on. One, because I don't have a phone. The bill was paid, but I don't have a phone on that line because I haven't been able to get a different phone since the last one jacked up. So I have one phone the line is working, but I don't have a phone. And the other one that I have, my free phone, that is another story that was shut down as well. So I don't have a phone that's active right now. But anyway, nevertheless, I noticed within the past week or so that once again they're going in and they're tampering with my pictures. So my pictures are being tampered with. I know that for a fact. They were doing something to like right below my nose, but above my lip, doing something to make my face look like this, like it's sagging, or trying to make me look older. Basically, that's what it is. But I know for a fact that my pictures don't look like that, and that I don't have that on my face. And so they're going into my phone and they're tampering with my pictures. So guess what? If they're going into my phone and tampering with my pictures, they also probably have had access to my pictures, and I wouldn't doubt that they have posted pictures of me somewhere, pretending that I'm the one posting them. I have never posted any pictures of myself anywhere, on any website, on any social media, nothing, period. So, that too is going on. And this was going on, that started also in Georgia, where they were tampering with my pictures. So anyway, you guys, that's my documentation video. I got 2 more things written down, but I can't even read my own writing. So if I think of what it is, I'll do that another time. But that's the gist of what I wanted to document as to what's going on as of late. I know I hate torturing you guys with this information, but this is really for my documentation more than anything, so that I can keep up with what's going on and when, how. And let me just say this, because I did say, that incident with the lady and the man when he spit on me, like, I really had a time to reflect, and it really did get me out of my character, because I don't normally respond like that, but I'm at a place right now where I really don't want anybody approaching me or anyone around me. I just don't have time for this game. I'm not playing a game. I'm out here trying to survive this demonic, evil, wicked attack against my life. I don't have time to play games, and I am not tolerating anyone playing games with me, with my life, with anything. None of this is funny. None of this is cute, and I am not participating in any of it. So I will go from 0 to 100 in like 3 seconds. But nevertheless, I'm reflecting on that moment, and I'm reflecting on how I could have responded better. But in the heat of the moment, hey, it is what it is. You are playing a game. You are jumping up and down in front of my bags, acting stupid, and I don't have time for that mess. But yeah, I definitely see where I need to get back in control and not allow other people to pull me out of my sweet spot. But when you got so much going on, and it's been going on for a long time, and I'm telling you, I'm ready to just erupt. I'm ready to just, I'm not tolerating no bullshit. It's just that simple. So I'm just gonna have to learn to be gracious with myself until all of this subsides, and I can get past I don't feel like I'm angry, but maybe I am. I'm angry about this situation. I'm angry that people are playing games with my life, and like it's funny. It's not funny. Yeah. So, listen. God bless you. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave. I try not to do this too often. But it's a beautiful day. I pray that you have a beautiful day, and all is well with you. And believe it or not, in spite of everything I'm going through, all is well with me. God bless you. Until next time, thanks for listening.